Welcome back to RealmTale. In the last episode, we worked on some of the street lights over there, and then even the stop signs, which are way off in the distance. However, I'm been of a U-turn for today's episode. I'm currently breeding axolotls. Why am I doing this? Well, it's quite a long story. You see, in between episodes, I was prepping for this one, and I was in the Nether planning to get some stuff, and I decided I need a gold helmet. So I pulled out my utility box, meted up some of my gear to make sure. However, while I was using that, I logged off at the Enderman farm. And then two members of the server, Saman and Jay, decided to steal my utility box full of, my gold helmet, my other netherite silk picks, and my fortune picks, which means I can't forgo with this episode as planned. So how do I get that utility box back? You'll see the Discord messages. They demand a blue axolotl from me, and that's the only way I can get it. So here I am, stuck breeding axolotls with Funi and T here to help. So hopefully it shouldn't take too long. We can get on with the episode. Let's begin. Alright guys, I'm back, and as you can tell by my voice, my will to live is slowly deteriorating because basically my entire 4-day free time that I had has been devoted to breeding axolotls on RealmTale. Any chance I get, I breed them. It'll be in the background, just be AFK breeding axolotls, basically using any time I can to breed these guys. I've tried to be productive, I built some water fountains at the casino, stuff like that, but really I haven't been productive at all because I don't have any tools. I can't really progress with what I planned for today's episode, so I'm stuck breeding axolotls, and no, I have not come close to getting a blue one because I just, they're hard, to be honest. So I guess I'll report when I hopefully get one, if that's ever gonna happen. What? Dude, how long has this been? I don't know how long this has been in here, but I just found... Dude, I actually have one. Oh my god, let's go. I don't know how long I've been doing this with him in there. Hopefully I didn't spend more time than I needed. Oh my god, thank god. Alright guys, I'm at spawn right now, and Saman is on the server, so I'm hopefully able to do the blue axolotl trade for the utility box. However, I'm going to try my best to try and keep the blue axolotl and scam Saman. I deserve to keep this thing. And quite frankly, she deserves to be scammed. I just spent so much time getting this blue axolotl. Well, she did really nothing. All she did was take my utility box. It's not a very fair trade, so I'm going to try and get both. Okay, here we go. Just make sure we do this right. That is my stuff, okay? Place it down, take it. Give me the... Yes, sick. There we go. I'm not breathing, dude. I'm so nervous. That's a quick scam right there. And then watch. Oh, there goes her horse. Well, that's not my problem. Don't take a horse through another portal. Oh, it's dead too. Okay, well. So as you can see in the bottom left, talked it through with Saman. I think she's okay that I stole her blue axolotl in exchange for the utility box. And Saman, just for you watching, there you go. He will no longer live anymore. He's going to plummet to his death just like he did in Season 1. And he's gone. So there we go. There is no blue axolotl on the server anymore. Saman, I won't have one. You won't have one. It'll be fair this way. With this whole blue axolotl thing just taking place, I think it's a valid time to point out that the blue axolotl I had gotten in the rare item exhibit, episode 17 or 18, whatever it was, isn't actually blue axolotl. It was just a brown axolotl retextured. So yeah, the whole time machine thing was just kind of just for funs, to be honest. Yeah, this is why I had to actually breed up all of them, because this axolotl isn't actually true. However, we do have this new thing. This is the blue axolotl saga. We have a replica of the blue axolotl dropped. This was a Fortune 3 pick that I used just briefly since I didn't have my other one in the box. And then this is just a book that kind of outlines everything that happened in the axolotl saga so far. It might extend more because I think I have some plans, but yeah, other than that, that's going to be it. Alright, now that all the blue axolotl stuff is settled, I want to start today's episode. First things first, let's just change to the blue axolotl skin here. And there we have it. We are now back into the original fit today to start today's episode. Now, we can dive into it. Now, the reason I needed this utility box so badly is for this. We need the fortune pick. Alright, and the fortune pick is very simple. We need to go to the nether. We're going to gather as much quartz as possible. You'll see why that's important later. Alright, so a trip to the nether and back. We got way more nether quartz than we need. Now, the reason we don't need all that is for daylight detectors. Now, why do we need daylight detectors? I want to make some solar panels on the outer reaches of the city to provide the city with power, I guess. The city doesn't need power, but let's just say it does. We may also put some wind turbines out there. Should be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. All right, so we've crafted up 4 stacks of them. We might need more, hopefully not, because it's just a lot of glass, and we kind of need the sand for things like concrete and whatnot, and we're kind of running low. So yeah, that's a good amount so far. Let's get to it. And just like that, we now have some power in the form of these solar panels provided for the city. Gotta say, these turned out pretty good. I just have 10 here just set up. I think this is actually a good amount. Not only do I have very limited resources in the form of those quartz for the daylight detectors, but also more than that, I think it's just going to be a little bit overboard. So I think this amount plus just this section of the city is a nice kind of finishing touch. I mean, this whole wing of the city is coming along really nicely. You kind of have the path that leads off and then the solar panels here to kind of place it in here. And I gotta say, pretty happy with the way that turned out. So yeah, gonna move on from that, and I think we're gonna do something on the other side. I'm not sure where yet. I'm gonna have to figure that out a little bit, but I was thinking over here on the rocket corner. This is my rocket corner. Got the gunpowder farm, the CGF building, and then of course the sugar scraper here as well. I was going to put some windmills on here to kind of have wind power for the city as well. We're going to have all sorts of energy efficient, environment friendly types of power here in the city, because why the heck not? And we're going to have some windmills here. I'm kind of figuring out how to do that. I was thinking, you know, if I have one windmill, let's say it's like that, right? It's going to be horizontal facing that way. Then I'd have another one, and then another one. But then if they're all facing the same direction, the one that'd be down here would be basically like vertical, like, right? It would be like this. I'll try that out, and I'll be back. Once again, flying back into with some natural power. We got some air turbines, wind turbines. That's the actual name for them. Yeah, it's been late, guys. I've been working on this for a while. These actually surprisingly took a while. So this is what I was kind of talking about. They have to be rotated differently, because you see, if these were on the same kind of field that these would be up and down like this. They'd be this way, not this way across like they are. So this diagonal one in the middle here, I'm gonna have to try and make it kind of flat with the way I'm facing right now, which means it's gonna have to be a diagonal. However, I do think it might hit these outer bits here, which kind of scares me. So I might not actually do this one, or he might have to move a little bit more this way towards this one, I think, which would probably be more close. I'm gonna use the free cam here. And it's gonna you have to kind of space it out a little bit. These guys have been spaced out decently well, but maybe now it looks like it has to be back this way. But yeah, if I do this one, which I don't know if I do plan on doing that, because it's gonna have to be on a diagonal, which is pretty difficult. I'll have to, again, yeah, space it out a little bit better. Another thing I should probably do with these guys is add carpets, just to prevent mobs from spawning, but that's a future Josh project there. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the way those turned out. And let's land on one of these wind turbines. Good thing they're not actually moving, because I would be sliced in half, quite frankly. But yeah, we now have carpet on these wind turbines, which obviously prevent mobs from spawning, and honestly just kind of make them a little bit safer, and then also better. Because if you're looking at these and you see some mobs on it, it kind of ruins the aesthetic here of them actually pretending to be moving, because if mobs are on there, they'd be getting flung in the air, which would be kind of cool. But yeah, no, this is definitely a good fix here. So with that, I'm probably going to end today's episode. A lot of work was done here just planning this thing out, because after all, we couldn't really start on this episode thanks to Simon and Jay stealing that utility box. Hopefully the whole Blue Axolotl saga won't evolve into anything worse in forms of wars on this server. We don't need that going on. But yeah, I'm super happy with the way everything has planned out in today's episode. So if you liked it, make sure to leave it a like. If you really liked the video, make sure to subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more.